Welcome everyone to this edition of Hanging Out with Temi. My name is Temi Ajayi, and there you are. You got the greatness and my Solomon. My gosh, good to see you, ladies.
Thank you.
Yeah,
To you.
Yeah, welcome. If you're joining us for the first time today, this is how we do it every week. So sit tight and enjoy us. Thank you for tuning in. And if you're a returnee, we say thank you once again. And as we say, share our Facebook page, share it with someone that might benefit from the nugget that we're sharing on the page. And also, we have the YouTube page that you can subscribe and click the button. I like that bell, the bell. And so you know whenever we're on. So we think you can do that for us. Can you do that for us? Thank you. Ladies, what a week have we got in Melbourne?
Yeah.
yeah. You sleep, you wake up, you're locked down.
I was locked down for 14 days in the house. I mean, I got a bigger brunt than everybody else. Apart from everybody else is, allowed to go out. You might have 5 kilometers, but I didn't have anything for 14 days, only just out, and then I'm back in. I don't know. I think this time, ladies, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I think people are finding it really, really hard this time. And I saw Heidi's post on the Facebook. I'm like, Heidi is upset for once. Really, I looked at the tone of that message on the Facebook. I'm like, well, this is not good, Heidi.
Yes, yes. It took us by surprise, I think. And I started planning a lot. After last lockdown, I had so many different plans for the weekend, this weekend. And then I had, prepared an intervention with few clients, like face-to-face interventions. So this is what I was really hoping for. My clients were waiting for it, and I was waiting for it as well. There were so many things that I wanted to do, and all of a sudden, this just took us by surprise. I didn't see this coming, and I just hope that this doesn't keep happening, because it just plays a lot with our mental space and state. Because in for a long time is okay, but in and out like that, that's not good. And I'm looking at my kids. Ellie didn't get to go to uni, so the university children didn't go to uni yet. So they're still locked, down since the previous lockdown. So what's happening now in Melbourne is, I don't understand it. I don't need to understand it. I'm just living with it. I accept it. I don't agree, and I'm just, playing the part.
Yeah. Liz.
Well, I really don't know what to make of it, because I don't quite get it in terms of what exactly or how exactly they want to manage this. Are they trying to get us to zero cases, or it's just not clear to me. And if we say this is here to stay, and we need to kind of learn, we need to arrive at that place where we need to strike that balance in terms of how we live with COVID, then I don't know what they are trying to do, because with the increase of a few cases, we just get locked back in. And, I don't get it. And with regards to what Heidi says, the consideration of the two issues are probably also not, balanced nicely, because what they say is short and snap, or snap and short, whatever it is good for the economy, but that's exactly what is bad for the people. So where do we strike the balance? Long and drawn out is bad for the economy, and therefore we go to short and snap. Short and snap is not good for the people. Where do we strike the balance? I don't know. It's just becoming confusing now, and I don't blame the people who protest at the end of the day.
I think everybody, I mean, like large amount of people are in the same space that we are now. They don't know what to make of it, and it's affecting people negatively. And eventually, the effect of this in the long run, I think, is, I don't want to be a predictor of doom, but it might be very disastrous because people's health is getting really played upon. Even the people that are living alone, some people they go out to have a cup of tea with, and then they see strangers at the cafe, and that's when they say good day to them. Otherwise, nobody even says hello to them, and now everything is done. So it's really bad. And also, I think for me, I'm thinking a lot of people are planning things, and I'm planning with them. There are some surprises that was they were planning for people, and then I was planning with them, and I'm thinking psychologically, oh, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna be there for two. I'm planning, and then they shut it, and then I'm like, oh my god, why do I even waste my time to plan all these things? And so if people invite you now, you're thinking, I don't even want to go, I don't want to plan, I just want to remain. And is that good for you? Is that good for anybody? And the people you want to support, is that good for them? We don't know. I think, even children, I need to say this. I got a report this week from parents of small little children that says little children are getting depressed and angry. And I said, one particular person said, because last year the son did his birthday at home. And this time he's looking forward to so do it with the friends. And he says, so mom, what did you say the problem is? Again, and then he goes, the problem is the government. What is government? I want to see my friend and I want to do my birthday. I know that might sound trivial, but the parent of the kid that is sad, that is angry and withdrawn and changing personality, we know this is a problem with their children. But anyway, I think one day, maybe sometime in a week or so, we have to talk on how to really manage ourselves. I know last 2 weeks ago, I spoke with the Rotary Club Brunswick, Tulamarin, when I was teaching about to focus. And I
Yeah,
think in as much as it's hard, we really need to focus and to know what we're focusing on and to be serious about it. Otherwise, even if you think you're strong, watch because you might fall with this thing. May God don't let us fall. I just pray. But we got a lot to catch up with this week and today, and a lot of ranting. What if we break it by going on to a quick break and we come back to settle for this week's episode? Welcome back on Hanging Out with Temi. We were just ranting about what the COVID and the vaccines and what have you as is doing in the community, and we're talking about how to manage ourselves and to make sure we're sound minded despite
yeah,
what is happening. But like I said, we're going to talk again about it. Last week episode was seriously good. And I got feedback, and some people were citing hilarious, some people were saying wisdom is the best. I'm like, all right, so just pick your choice. And a friend of mine said, actually, she sent it to her daughter in Ireland. They've been sending it to the people that really matters because this is a very serious matter. And if we're not careful, I just wonder how the future is going to look like. It's really scary. But by talking about it, I reckon we stand the chances of having a better future. But we need to talk about it.
absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, conversation is what it is. That's the little you can do. For where we are, it's the legacy that we kind of build. So we're doing the right thing. Talk about it. Whoever listens, listens. Whoever picks something, picks it. And yeah, we've done our part.
that's right, Heidi. The future is looking scary if the good people sit down and they say nothing and they do nothing. So
That's right.
pat ourselves on the back. But anyway, this week, too much, Heidi, you're talking about people can advertise on our platform now. I'm going to talk
Yes, they can. So you are very welcome if you are running your own business, or if you are marketing for a side hustle that you are running at the moment. You are allowed and privileged to be on our page. You can advertise. You can, have the support of our viewers, and at any point of time, we will be able to support you as well. So, do your promotions, do your ads, and it's a safe, beautiful platform where a lot of people are coming here because of love. Love unites us together. And
That's
we
right.
certainly all love to support small businesses and support big businesses as well. So it's all about that support and love and guidance, because we all need that at any point of time, especially right now where everything is closed, and we need to support each other in different ways.
That's very true. And also, we've got the ladies' retreat coming up, and it's been fantastic. Some people are coming that is they blowing my mind, like, oh my gosh. And I said to ID yesterday when we were talking, I said, ID, some people are coming. I don't know how we're going to manage these people. And ID is like, don't worry, they're coming to get blessed. So people are already paying. Respond to this quickly. The camp is fantastic and it is highly subsidized. It's 50% instead of $300 for 2 nights. We're giving it for 150 because some people are helping us to subsidize. And I know that some people are saying we're students. Some of them are doctors. Okay, so all of you that are going to do your PhD while you have this big job that you're doing, you're not a student. You're you have your offices, you have everything. You're not recognized as a student. Okay, so you're paying 150, not $90. Just to let you know.
Jamie, I have a question. If we do, God forbid, if we do have a lockdown at that time, will we return people's monies, or we're going to reschedule it for another time?
They said they're going to reschedule it for another time, and Vera is talking to them. Actually, I spoke to Vera 2 days ago. She said she's going to go back to them to confirm we're not going to lose our money either way. So they told
Thank
me
you.
that, but I said to Vera, you want to check with them so that at least it's not just me coming to give the story. Yeah, but they said we're not going to lose our money. Mhm.
Great, thanks.
Yeah, and let me talk quickly about the amazing ladies that we're going to have on our show today. Everyone knows that every year, my birthday, I dedicate it to a course. And if you know Temi, the course that I really mostly support, apart from the women, are people with special needs or people that are vulnerable. I'm big on that because there's something I know that when you're standing, I always say this: watch lest you fall. And there's a fine line between being fully functioning and just slight gone. It's just a fine line. So we don't know. And either way, whether you're down or you're up, you are, like you said, ID, you need love. You need this love. And there are a lot of people that are serving day in, day out to support people that are on the edge or people that are differently able. That's the word. People that are differently able. And I'm big on that because we all cannot serve. We all cannot be there to be a helping hand. And some people are doing it. I think the least we could do is to support those people that are doing it so that they are able to do what they're doing with no thinking of financial burden. And these people are not even getting paid. They're just looking for money to support, maybe to buy equipment or to pay for the director, because it's a big organization now, and so you need to employ one or two people for sure to be able to do the job fully. And this is what these people are doing. And I've got a little bit of the what's it called, template,
Bio.
bio, not bio, their info here that I'm going to show you. So watch. So the High Street Bell is called Singing for Joy. We've got a friend that is done singing for joy as well. Uh, Jackie. And this choir, this is them. Uh, love to perform in the community, highlight. These are the highlights of the community job they've done. Federation Square, Christmas Carol, they performed there. So these people are doing well. Richmond football, well, I'm a Bama, Essendon. So these people gotta come and play for Essendon. Diversity strategy. They play for St. Vincent Hospital and their carol, Jarabin Community Carols, a community concert for Nepal earthquake. I heard about that, and I think they actually raised a lot of money. They needed money themselves, but they're giving Nepal money. God bless you, ladies and gentlemen of High Street Bell. Then the concerts at Jarabin Music Festival. This is them. So they do this even when during lockdown. They have successfully gone online. Deserve a round of applause there. This one is weekly singing program. Many of our singers say it is only program that has continued during the pandemic. It's true. Nothing happened during the pandemic, but they still doing it. So what makes our choir so special? These people are special because they're very warm, inclusive, regardless of their ability or background, encourages social connectedness and mutual support, encourages participation and focus on what one can do, you see. So there's always something for someone to be able to do. You might not be able to sing, you might be able to jiggle or something, and they identify that. It's fun and the music to bring people together and build wellness. Of course, the endorphin will be increased when they do this one. The camaraderie between members. These are all the things that they have done. But I'm going to bring the ladies on now, and they're going to talk to us about what this means to them. That's you are. Hello, Judy. And hello, Julie. Nice to meet you. Welcome to Hanging Out with Temi.
Thanks for having us.
Wow, you guys are doing amazingly well. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for what you do. I heard about you a couple of months ago, actually, about 6 months ago, and my mind has never moved. It's just been there, and I've been looking for an opportunity to be able to connect with you on there, but I've not been able to. But I just said to Peter, Peter mentioned you to me, Peter Bodville, the president of my Rotary Club, mentioned about the program to me. And I said, this year, my gift, my friends, I said to them, I don't want card, but that $2 card for me, last year one, I still have it, so I will present it. Give the money to High Street Bell Choir. So I'm really grateful for what you do. And as a mother of a young adult with special need, I know what it is to have programs and support for these people. So thank you. And Julie, you're the president of the group.
Mm-hmm.
Please talk.
I am indeed.
Wow. And you are a psychologist.
Yes, originally that's my training as a psychologist, but as a researcher, not a clinician. You know the difference. Yes,
Academician. So you
do
are.
research. Hmm?
I said you are an academician.
Yes. Well, yes, but I worked for the state government a fair bit of the time.
And so, how did you get involved in the High Street Bell, and from working for the government and psychologists to this, you get nothing out of it?
What happened, it's a little story. My husband was in a choir that was invited to a singing session, a group of choirs in Collingwood, and I went along to support him. A bit reluctantly, I wasn't so interested in his choir, but I went to support him, and I was there, and the High Street Bells choir was performing, and I was just knocked out by these people. They were so enthusiastic and so enjoyed it so much. And there was an air of warmth and inclusiveness. The director got up and after the performance and said, we're looking for volunteers. So I started volunteering. That was in 2010.
Wow. Since 2010, and you never looked back.
Wow. Oh, I was hooked.
You were
One
hooked.
thing, Temi, I have to say, it allows me to sing as well. And I wasn't a confident singer. So I was really pleased to be able to join a group where the emphasis was on participation rather than performance.
That's a key. I like that.
Mm.
I like that. Wow. Thank you. I'm sure the ladies are fascinated. Heidi there, she's big on looking after people with any help. She feeds the homeless every week. Out of her little money, she's there buying water, buying blankets, buying food, day in day out. So I'm sure they're fascinated with you guys. And Liz, this is the one looking for people that she can help, what she can do in any capacity that she can do. So you meet the ladies, they're going to ask you questions and so on and so forth. Well, Judy is another person. Judy, have you been there longer than 2010? Welcome.
No. In fact, it was after talking to Julie, after that time, after Julie had been involved for a while, that's how I actually found out about the choir. And it was probably about 4 years later. So I think about 2014. Is that right? Probably around then. Yes, I've been involved for about 7 years.
This is fantastic. So sometimes they say you have to watch the people around you because you might just become them. So because Julie is giving and serving and you get attracted, and now you're the secretary of the club, while Julie is the president of the club. Thank you, ladies, for what you do. God bless you richly. Yeah, I'm sure the ladies want to ask you some questions. Or
Can I say something, Temi?
yes, Julie.
Judy and I were friends and beforehand, and it's been a wonderful extension of our friendship to have this to share as well.
I like that. And you are a good example to all of us. And this is what we're saying, that try and find yourself a friend of purpose. And Judy is the same. Did you go to the same uni to study the same course? Because she's a psychologist as well, isn't it? Am I right, Judy?
I am also, but not from. I was in Sydney. I studied my course. I did my study in Sydney, but I spent all my years working as a psychologist in Melbourne, but in a different field. I worked in public education first in relation to cancer prevention, and then I worked for many years with an organisation that supports families of children with a serious illness.
Wow.
So those are the two jobs that I spent most years with.
For me, you're very attractive to me. Your life is attractive to me. And these are the kind of ladies that we aspire to be when we grow up, strong and powerful and still helping and still serving, irrespective of what situation, what circumstance, and what age. I'm already really excited, Beautiful. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Ladies,
that's what we call the God kind of greatness, God's greatness is about serving, the greatest among you is, the one who serves the least. And that's what we aspire to be serving. And it's really just awesome to see you guys, offering yourselves, your lives, for service to the others. But having said that, when is the next performance?
Of course, who would know? I mean, it's a big question. We don't even know when we'll be able to actually physically get together to practice again.
Don't you do it online?
Yes. Oh, yeah. We practice every week online. So we'll be getting together on Monday.
Oh, but that's just the practice, not the performance.
To practice online.
Oh,
No, can I say that we feel it's been quite an accomplishment for our singers to make the transition from singing face to face to being
I
online.
know.
I can imagine.
It's required some of them to learn new skills, but it shows how important the choir is in their lives. We've been doing this since May of last year, and we've kept this up, and they still log on every week to participate. We have to modify the rehearsal or the practice session because Zoom doesn't let you all speak at once, so we can't sing together. We have a music director, and people mute themselves and sing along, and they still really appreciate the time together. We have opportunities to chat, and the sense of community has grown. I've been a bit surprised. I think it really has allowed us to deepen our relationship and feeling of being a group.
Beautiful. Like some of our ladies, they've been begging and say, "Tell me, where can we go to dance? Where can we sing?" Singing is healing. Singing is it just is like a hair that we breathe to keep us living and sustaining us. It's beautiful. I cannot underestimate what that does to people. I've got one of your videos that I'm going to show. Let me see if I'm able to show that, and that'll be good. What do I have here? Sorry. Cancel that. I've got one of the videos. I hope I'm able. No, not thank you yet.
Thank you anytime.
Thank you. Let's try. Let's see this one. Oh, here we are. Why we sing. I think this is it.
Yeah, well, I think that's fun.
Hi, I'm Tanya Pascoe. I've been coming to choir since the beginning and I just love it. My favourite thing about choir is the concerts, especially St Vincent's carols, and the people at the choir. That's what makes choir enjoyable. The way they all help each other and care for each other. The atmosphere is just beautiful.
Look, I've been accompanying Andrew for the last, I think it's 7 years. Basically, when the choir first started, the benefits are he loves music, it relaxes him, gives him some ownership, that he's part of a group, and developed new friendships as well. So it's a lovely thing.
When I wake up in the morning, and I might be a bit grumpy or a bit miserable, but thank you. And it's only when I think to myself, oh, it's quiet today. Oh yeah, beautiful. And then I start smiling, and then I start being happy, and thank you. And then I start acting groovy and brilliant, and yeah, and that's only because the choir brightens my whole life up, not just for the time and that I'm at the choir, but for the whole week.
Welcome back. Fantastic. That was
Beautiful.
I like listening to
Absolutely.
dog and to squat and Tanya. Unbelievable. The music is what they look forward to, even when they're grumpy. It gives them, it brightens up their day, their days. Thank you so much. And as we've been saying, if you're just joining us, we've got the High Street Bell ladies, Julie and Judy. Julie is the president of the group, and Judy is the secretary of the group. These people are working tirelessly to brighten people's lives. I've got something, when I was watching that, what came to my mind is when they say you have to be your brother's keeper. I can imagine I'm a mother of someone with special needs, and this person is grumpy and made my life miserable in the morning, and I have to go to work. Of course, I'm going to transfer my aggression to the people at work because I'm angry. My life is somehow topsy from home because of the special need person. But if I know that this person is going to be bright and happy and handballing them to the choir, then I will be responsible and I'll be kind to the next person that I see on my way. That's just the simple thing that came to my mind about what you ladies are doing. And I cannot even be happier to sow seed into what you do, really. Sometimes we look at oversee, we look at this, but then sometimes the help is next door to you. And I see even since 2017 on your page, when you're soliciting for money for, I see, from City of Daraben, from Bendigo Bank and Community Bank and United Church, all these people have been helping, but then you still need more. Uh, how many staff do you have, paid staff in the group, if I may ask?
Yeah. Judy, do you want to answer?
How many paid staff do you have?
We've usually had two, but each of them are only employed for a few hours a week. We have a music director who's in charge of obviously the music and leading the sessions. We've had an administrative officer as well who keeps the records for us, and he's our major liaison with organizations like the residencies where people live and the carers. So, but each of them is only employed for about 5 or 6 hours a week maximum. Yes, at the moment, our administrative officer has gone. She got out of Victoria before the lockdown and is traveling around Australia. So we're doing the paperwork ourselves. So we don't need a lot of money. But it's just that we do charge membership fees, but there's no way we can charge the amount that would allow us to cover our costs. So that's why we ask for people for money. Yeah.
Definitely. I just asked that so that our viewers and everybody will know that you're actually not paying yourselves. You're just paying one or two people for a couple of hours a week. All you need is logistics money for the rent or equipment and all that. So really, I don't see any reason why you should struggle for fund. I think really you can see I'm passionate, and I just think people will be able to sow into it. I'm going to leave it open for some questions from the ladies if they've got any, and if there's anything that you want to share with us. But I just want to invite people to see the page. Go to our Facebook page and donate towards this. And the money goes straight to you, and your organization has got DGR status. So if people pay like 100 or any amount that you really want the tax return, you can get it from the Facebook. I've got mine back, and the receipt is there, so you are not giving to a cause that is not laudable. But I will leave it open to the ladies to ask questions. Before we go to today's topic, ladies. If you're interested in contributing to our topic today, you can wait. But if you're not, we can say tata for now, and we'll keep talking about our main topic for today. But ladies, have you got questions for Julie and Judy before they
I just wanted to thank you so much for doing what you're doing and encourage you that you are blessing a lot of people's lives. And certainly, you bless one, you bless everyone, because we're all part of this together. We're all in this together, whatever it is, the good and the bad, the happy and the sad. So thank you for blessing these people, and thank you for blessing us, and thank you for coming to the show and telling us about what you're doing. There's certainly a lot of people out there doing a lot of things that we're not aware of. And to bring awareness and to show, show what we do. Like when I go to and feed the homeless, for example, people don't know that these people need support. They need support, and they're not getting that from the government. They're not getting that from real people, and you are the real people. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Heidi. And I think you would have the same experience that we have, is that we feel enriched by what we do.
So tremendously.
It's not a
sacrifice.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it involves effort, but it's not, it brings a vast reward.
Extremely fulfilling. It's the day that I go home and my heart is just so full and so big and so warm, and I feel so fulfilled, and I go, you know what, God, thank you for giving me this chance. And I'm so blessed with everything that I get to see and everybody I get to touch, because it's the soul that speaks to the soul. I don't see anyone different or separate from me. We are all souls, and we're all talking the same language. We're all here to feel each other. So yes, thank you.
Yeah. And Temi, I can now just say as well, we have a Facebook page and a website, and all people have to do is search for High Street Bells Choir, and they can get more information. We do look for volunteers. When we're back singing in person, we invite people to drop in and hear us, and sort of as we do our sessions. It's also possible online, but it's not as satisfying to join a Zoom session. Anyway, there's opportunities to learn more and participate in future if anyone is interested or has someone they'd like to recommend to us. We've had some singers join us while we've been online. So just because we're not meeting in person doesn't mean people can't join us if they wish. We mainly operate, we serve people in the northern suburbs, northern, western, but people come from a long way away sometimes to when we're meeting in person. Sorry, thank you.
We will recommend you for sure, and our phone number. If there's any event going on, please call us. And I understand what Heidi is talking about when I go with her to go and do homeless, to feed them. Sometimes I see Heidi is over the moon, like excited. And it's the same thing when I work in a nursing home. People look at me and say, why is she so interested in nursing home? I love it with my life, God knows. I love them to beat. It doesn't matter if they call me Black Bitch, whatever. I know you got dementia, honey. You don't mean it. You're a kind person. So whatever you say, I'm not taking any offense. And people can't get it. Like, tell me, what are you doing? They just pour you a cup of tea. This person, I know this story. She wouldn't pour me a cup of tea on me 2 years ago. It's whatever it's happening. So I just feel your heart. But anyway, we love you so much and thank you. Liz, have you got something before the lady goes?
I think my questions have been answered. I really just wanted to ask in terms of people who want to participate and those who just want to, come around and network on a particular day. So Julie has done a good job in terms of attending to my question.
Fantastic. So we're here. You need any help apart from financial help, we'll be able to get people alongside of us to volunteer in any capacity. Please just let us know. And like I said, ladies, thank you so much. We appreciate you. And I hope that you are able to bet. I'm looking for big money for you, so you don't need to struggle. And we continue to give even after my birthday. It's not going to be one-off for sure. We love you so much. And we're going to go on a quick break. And like I said, if you want to listen to today's topic, please wait. Because being a psychologist, we know that you have a lot of input. The title of today is, Should a Woman Have Her Own Investments While Married? We're going to go on a quick break and we're going to be right back. Welcome back on Hanging Out with Temi. We've been talking to these amazing, amazing women. Look at them. They're not 30 or 20 years old. They're on Facebook, they're on the Instagram. So I think they're challenging us that might say you're 30 and you're like, I don't know how to do Facebook. That's not funny. Look at Julie and Judy and just dust yourself off and do something for yourself, for your community to benefit humanity. And we appreciate they've been talking to us about High Street Choir, and we're trying to put some resources together to support these women. They're not paying salaries to themselves, they're paying just a couple of people and to get equipment to get the program running. So thank you so much for listening to us. We're going on to today's topic, and the title is Should a Woman Have Her Own Investment Whilst Married? And I think this is it's something to be talked about. Um, what what got to my mind was how women always support. We know we're helpmates to support our partners and our husbands, but do we have a vision and a mission of our own? And can we establish that on our own? Not separately from your husband, but can you do it yourself? Because I see sometimes women grow up and they say, I would have bought that house in a chuka, but I didn't even talk about it because I was using my money to help to renovate the house or to cook the food or to take the kids for dancing, something of that nature. So the question is, should you, if two are going to become one, you have to have your own question. And I think this will interest you, Heidi.
Yes. I love this topic, Temi. Thank you. Okay, well, my view on relationships could be different than a lot of people, but this is what I feel and this is what I think. One person is an entity. Another person is a different entity. They come together in a relationship. They don't merge entities. They form a third entity that is called the relationship entity. I don't dissolve in the relationship. He doesn't dissolve in the relationship. We both make a relationship. So that's the baby that we have, that relationship. So now, I will have my own stuff and I will have my own life aspirations, achievements, and purpose in life. He can have his own as well. Okay. And if we are both together in having, we both want to have, a property together, great. But what if I want to, my vision, my purpose in life is to have an orphanage somewhere, because it is, okay? What if I want to have an orphanage somewhere? What if I want to make a home for the homeless people somehow? Okay, and my partner does not approve and my partner does not like it or he doesn't want to support it. Why can't I have my own investments and why can't I have my own, financial support that I have, done for myself? So I also believe that it all depends on where we started. So if we're in our 20s or teens and we're together, it's different than when you're in 40s, mid 40s, and then you start getting together. Like now, I haven't got a partner, and if I do get a partner, I've already established stuff in my life. I do not have assets, but I have assets. And, I really, I really, 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 really appreciate this asset. And, my purpose and my vision in life is very defined. So someone, when they come on board, that has to be on the table. And I'm going to be very honest and blunt about it. And there's nothing to hide. This is me. This is my life. So I think it all depends. That's what I think.
I think so too. I think you might be on an advantage side, because now you're established. So anybody that is coming to meet you where you are, and it's different when you're married at maybe younger age. But yeah, Liz.
Yeah, for me, I was thinking about the topic we had sometime last year about the purse. We were talking about,
Common
can a
purse.
woman have her own purse? And the outcome of that conversation was that, a woman actually, I want to say, should have her own purse. You should have your own identity. And that identity cuts across different spheres of who you are and, what your life is, including the money. So if we agree that a woman can or should have her own purse, what she does with what is in the purse equally, is should be part of having her own purse. This it defeats the purpose if you have your own purse, but you can't dictate what you do with what's in the purse. So
Okay.
if you can decide over $10, I'm sure you can decide over 10 million. So I think a woman should have her own investments. She should be able to decide over, what she does with what's in her own purse. As I said, I want to say that it equally also depends on the level of conversation within the relationship. I don't want to see a scenario where what the woman does or what the man does is like a secret. I want to see a situation where there is an understanding. This is what I am, and this is what I'm passionate about, like Heidi said, and I've got this already, probably, or I see myself going this way, so that it's in the open. That if you don't agree with what I'm passionate about, as Heidi said, that's okay, but allow me to be me. If this is what I want to invest in and you don't want to come on board, that's fine, but don't stop me for, doing what I want to do. That's the direction that I want to take, so that it's not, something that's going to become an argument when all of a sudden this guy gets to hear that, I've got a home somewhere, or, a group that I'm managing somewhere as an investment, opportunity. It shouldn't be a surprise to my men. You know what I mean? So that's where I come from. But I support the notion that, if you can have your purse, you can have your investment.
Okay. I'm just concerned as well about helpmate, because really, from my constitution that I read, it says woman is a helpmate. So when you're helping, somebody is already got the job. You are just coming to help. That's I don't know if the Judy, because as a helpmate, do you have to
Yes.
have as a helpmate, do you have to have your own thing?
What I'd like to say is that I think that Heidi and Liz were both incredibly eloquent in what they said, and I agree, and I really endorse their views and wholeheartedly. That's how I feel. You've expressed it very nicely.
Really? Okay, you've got some comments here. Some of us are not currently working. Well, if you start to work, can you support High Street Bell? And I mean, whenever you can, we're soliciting. Somebody says wonderful. So you're doing good. I really want to learn from this topic. We're all learning. Proverbs 31 says it all. A wise woman is individually confident in a marriage and relationship. Confidently. Right. I'm really loving this topic and learning too. Fantastic. Good. Um, because women, we're saying this topic, I think the essence of this topic is for us to come to awareness of what we do as women. Because I've seen couple of women that at the end of the day, maybe the relationship fall apart and the man is trying to hide the investment or change. I don't know, from where I come from, this is very common. The man will change the name on the investment that you both earn while you were married and change it to their aunties or uncles or someone, and then you end up with nothing. But you've been with this guy for so many years, and they find a way cunningly to steal all the property that you both earn. And so the woman will say, I've always paid the kids dancing classes. I'm the one that feed the home for 10, 20 years while we're married with my salary. But then you're feeding the home with with your salary. There's no tangible anything to that. They've eaten the food, they've gone to the toilet, gone. But the man is saving his money to make this. I'm not saying the division in the marriage. I'm just saying once you know the type of relationship you're in, because it's not all of us that are fortunate to be in a relationship with someone who has got sound mind, okay, or someone who is focused and godly and fearing. Not everybody that is fortunate, but still, women are still not thinking about them, about what they could do. I say this to say, sometimes I might come and maybe one of the ladies come and say, Temi, there's this land and in Ichuka. I don't know why I kept on saying Ichuka, maybe because Obatoki lives there and she's donated to the High Street Bell. Thank you. She might find my friend might find a land there in Ichuka, but I'm scared and say no. I'm putting this money towards the food for the house. I don't want to buy the house. And then I tell my husband says, no, I'm buying my house somewhere. But it's my house. And sometimes it's in the man's name. And sometimes it's not in both names. So I'm just saying, if you have opportunity to do something, and look, I need to clarify this because sometimes I'm over myself. So whatever investment a woman have is not to spite your husband. It's not to say I have something. It's just that I say maybe your desire in life is to have something with your name on it too. But you bring the thing to the family. So the husband wants to build a house and then he brings it to the family. So why can't you too? If you desire, I'm thinking, if you desire, because sometimes we get to 60 and I say, oh, I wish I have something with my name on it, and you never had anything. However, you're earning hundreds and millions of dollars all your life. Where is your money gone? Nothing to show for it. So if that's the kind of woman you are, that you're going to turn to 60 and say, I wish I had something. I'm happy. Maybe you want to have that thing and give it to the family. You want to have it and give it to your husband, but you want to do something to make you have that self-actualization. Self-actualization is the peak of that pyramid and depends on what yours is. Maybe yours is to have something. Buy a car with your money. Don't wait for a man to always buy, because eventually the feminists, they're going to be going around and say, the man put me down, the man do this to me. Somebody is giving us, Obatoki said, yes, we can have our own investment. It's all about having healthy communication with our spouses. Thank you. This is a doctor talking. So I think it's a good communication, and you must have seen a lot of people in this situation. The essence of today's topic is to know who you are and what you want for your life, and don't blame it on the man. The man did. That's what I'm hearing too much. So we need to be talking about these things. Stop harassing the man did that. What are you doing with your life and with yourself? And it's about having a good communication. But I know the ladies might want to say something. I'm going to go on a quick break and we're back. I want us to really think about the topic that we're talking about. Investment don't necessarily have to be a house. Investment is something tangible that you have opportunity to do it. You have ability to do it. Your money is enough, like what Liz said. If you can manage $100, maybe you can manage $1 million. We go on a quick break and we're back. Welcome back on the show. And today we've got the ladies on the show from High Street, Belle, Judy, and Julie. And they are the ones that were raising fund for their organization to be able to continue to function well without stress. We don't want stress for them. They're doing too much already. But today's topic is, should a woman have her own investment while married? And I remain on what Debbie said, that yes, we can have our own investment. It is about having healthy communication with our spouses. I'm just wondering if the spouse doesn't want, if you have a spouse that you cannot even have communication with, that's another thing. Or the spouse that is egocentric and think, no, you are not having it. What do you do? It's another topic. Julie and Judy are psychologists, and so this should be your cup of tea. But we're gonna go to the next point. It says, "What if your husband buys the property in your name?" I'm not gonna say anything to that, but buy property in my name, and what do you say to that? Have all the book, all the documents given to me? For me, if I want to answer that, I will say yes, he can do all that, but maybe I want to extend. Sometimes you want to do something. You buy for me, but what am I doing with my money? Judy, I'll let you say something, Judy, please.
I'm sorry that I haven't been hearing everything, so I've only been catching it in bits. All right, so it's been a bit difficult. But look, I think that comment about needing healthy communication sort of says it all, and I think that's what you have to continue to work towards in that area, in investment, and in all sorts of other areas of the relationship. So that's really what it's about. You really want to come to some sort of consent, some sort of plan.
Yeah. And I don't know what the problem is if a woman wants to do something by themselves, because I don't think women go around and say to their husbands, don't do something, don't build, don't buy. I don't think we do that. So why is it a problem that a woman wants to do something and it's a problem? I still don't get it. Why is that ego something? Is it because of ego? And how long are we continuing to do this ego thing for? I think the essence of relationships sometimes get missed when we're selfish, because whatever I own is what my husband owns. Whatever my husband owns is what I own. So why is it a problem that a woman cannot fully fulfilling their purpose and destiny on earth? Debbie says Proverbs 31:16 says she considers a field and buys it, and her own earning she plants vineyard. Thank you. That passage, it's fantastic. And this passage, 31 woman, I don't know, it's a great passage to know how a whole woman should be. It says in a one chapter, one verse there, that woman wakes up in the morning and go far to buy something to give, to feed the children, to clothe them. And because of this woman, the husband is known in the gate, meaning the husband was not even known because of her. So the husband is still the husband, is still the head, but God has given destiny to every individual. And so you need somebody to enhance that to come to light. And so if you have wife or husband that is killing that, then it's a wrong business you're in a wrong business. I don't know why I think a woman should be fulfilled in her own, and a man should be fulfilled, but we should help each other to enhance this to fruition and to beauty, rather than one person putting one person down. Because if you believe that the two of you are one, I don't think it matters what anyone does. And I think this essence of today's topic is for the women. Stop fighting your husband, because sometimes your husband has not done anything. It's you that have not brought the communication to him. That's what I think. A lot of time we're fighting and fighting, and it doesn't make sense. The man has not stopped you, but you have not thought about building your life and building substance. Okay. And one of the substance you can build is support the High Street Bell Choir. Don't, you have your money now, you're not building, you're not doing anything with it, and then you're fighting your husband that is doing something. Your husband, if we propose this to your husband, he's probably going to give the high bell $500. Propose it to the women. Now, I want to buy McDonald's for my kids. I want to buy all this rubbish. There's no substance that you're investing in. So think about where your money is going. Where are you putting it? And where is the man putting it? The man is doing something fantastic. Privileged to have a husband who is fantastic. When I start to drive in Nigeria, 30 years ago or so, when I start to drive, I remember in my country they drive rough, they hit your car. My husband will say, "Have you got enough money in case they hit your car?" So you can fix it. So he lets you do whatever. As long as you don't die, come back home whole. But do whatever. But when you come home, he knows that I reference him. You're my husband. It doesn't matter. They know Temi, but then even if they know my husband because of me at the gate, he's still my husband. I'm not his husband. I am the wife. So your wife is always a supportive woman and your helpmate. And as a real man, a whole man, no woman should be a terror to you. Even if they're huge and giant, see your wife, that makes you great because you control that huge woman behind you. That's your property right there. But I just want to remind the women, I cannot say it enough. Please think about your future. Think about where you are investing your property, where you are investing your money. Is it only going to McDonald's? And is it only going to the children music that they're not going to even use in the future? But we've got some comment going on. Let me read this. A lot of issues in relationships stems from our individual upbringing. Yes, there has to be a lot of retraining of what relationship ought to be. When a man is taught that his wife should not talk and the woman is told submissive, means she should not talk. I love this. Communication struggle. I don't know about you ladies, Julie. I don't know. In our place, they tell us you must not talk. Your husband is the leader. You must submit. And then tell the husband. And this is what I'm saying. I'm going to ask Julie. Julie, can you resonate with this where you thought you must not talk?
No, I don't think I was, but I wasn't necessarily given the tools to have a mature relationship either. I think really the secret, I've been married for almost 40 years now, and I think the basis of our relationship is communication. We just never stop talking. My husband's a psychiatrist, and I say I married him because he was the man who'd ever said, "What are you feeling?" To me, he asked me about my feelings. So and we just keep in communication and never stop talking, and that's for us very important. Um, it can take a long time, but it's worth it.
I like that. We just keep talking. And somebody was saying to me the other day, the reason why I don't want to marry these girls now is you can't talk to them. They don't talk. So really the men want us to talk. Thank you for sharing that. You
One
want to
more
say something?
tip, I think, is when you're talking, talk about your own feelings, and rather than, I think the worst thing is to blame the other person for things negative feelings that you're having, but to say I'm explore it is important. So yeah, talking is
That's very
important. How you talk is important.
That's very true, Julie. That's what I was saying before. A lot of times we blame the man. They don't
Mm.
even know what you want. You are not presenting what you truly desire to them and say,
Yes,
please, I hope you can work with me on this. I
yes.
work with you on your work, and everything is the same cost, it's the same family. So
Mm-hmm.
you shouldn't be intimidated because I'm getting something. But someone is saying something else. So if a man find a snake and a woman kills it, what matters is that the snake has not escaped or hurt. This is partnership. That's true. So if a man build a house or a woman build a house, it doesn't matter as long as a house is built. That's what we're saying. If a man find a snake and the woman kills it, I think we already done that. Um, just like Lisa and Heidi have spoke, communication is the key and love is the center of it all. Yes, communication is the key. Thank you so much. So it's communication, and to communicate are right. Sometimes we don't fully communicate, we make stories up, we just talk, we just blame the man and blame the environment and blame, but whatever you're saying is actually not heard. Marriage is a covenant, and whatever a man or woman owns belongs to both, so it shouldn't be an issue. Thank you, Jesus, for that. It shouldn't be an issue, so I'm going to Liz, you want to say something, or Heidi?
Yeah, I've got 2 points I want to bring up. Nobody really gets married in order to divorce, but divorces do get nasty, and that's actually the time when investments get kind of dubiously misdirected or redirected, so that the other partner does not figure out exactly what happened here and how did this escape the books. So I think I think when that happens, or in order to avoid that particular aspect, for as much as you don't get married to part ways, but just to be sure that if it gets to that, at least that nobody is gonna go and tamper with the books and change names or just get some investments off the books or something like that. I think it's just worth it to from time to time maybe revisit these documents from time to time, probably ensure that you build in some sort of an instrument with the agencies that you are engaged with, so that nobody has got a solo right to maybe go and change things on those documents, so that whenever the other partner wants to do something on the documents, the other partner is either present or you need to co-sign something. I mean, that I'm just advocating for, work together as much as you talk together on these documents, the paperwork, so that that, you've got the peace of mind whenever something happens, you're going to be in the know of it. The other aspect that I want to bring up is probably a topic for another day, but the flip side of the topic that we are talking about today is what happens when your secret date comes out in the marriage. You've got debt in secret, you probably could not make it, and now all of a sudden you've got the solicitor on the door. And you've not told your husband. It's almost like that, even the secret investment. How do you handle that? Now you've got to come in the open with this thing, and you've never spoken about it. So the same manner in which you would want your partner to handle that situation should be the same manner in which you should probably also go about your investments.
That's fantastic, Liz. I like that, because a lot of times we're careless. We don't even care where the house is, where the property is. You don't care. So the only contact is either the wife or the husband or whoever owns the money that they talk to. So you never spoke to them. They don't even know you. And so if something happened, you call them and say, I don't know you. I've never spoken with you for 15 years. I've been talking to Mrs. So or Mr. So. So it's always good for the women to be interested in whatever investment they both own, and vice versa. That's very important. But we haven't got enough time to talk more about this, because I was just going to go into the ecosystem or ecosystem. I'm kidding, but we haven't got enough time. We're running out of time because of today's topic, which is fantastic. I think if there's anything we've spoken to about, it's about focusing. It's about knowing where your investment is going. You love your hairdo, honey. Oh, my husband, what are you? I'm talking seriously here, not hairdo. Uh, by the way, for everybody that is listening, this is what they do in the olden days in my village. And my husband is always wanting this sort of hairdo. So I told him, you have to go to the village to marry another woman because I'm not doing this hair. And today, himself and my son, they were like, Mom, you look good. And my husband said, the hair is good. Keep it up. I said to him, enjoy it while it lasts. It's not going to last. Enjoy it now.
It's beautiful. I agree with them. It
Really?
really is beautiful. Yeah, it
Oh
is.
my
It suits you so well.
Wow, thank you. All right, maybe I should be doing the village hair. You see, your true self will always come, even if you become a city girl, because you're traditionally a village girl. The village will look good on you. I reckon.
Yeah.
But look, we're gonna have to stop today's topic, ladies. We're bringing you back, Julie and Judy, on a different topic because we're looking for powerful women like you, yourself, highly intelligent, highly educated, and serving even at your retirement age and all that. We admire people like you, and we want people like you as women to look up to. Because if they don't see you, how are they going to be like you? They're going to see it and know it. At your ages, you're still on Facebook. You rock. Anyway, I just want to say you nail it for us. And the ladies will agree with me that we admire women like you. Don't we, ladies?
Yeah,
Fan,
sure.
you do. So we're going to bring you back. And on that show note, we're going to have to stop today's topic and come back next week. And like I said, go back and put money. It doesn't matter what you have. Stop saying you don't have because you do. The people that don't have, we know who they are. They can't even afford potato to eat. So don't say you don't have when you're doing hair of $100 or when you're still eating something expensive. So deny yourself, fast and pray one day to donate towards High Street Bell Choir. We love you, ladies, and thank you for joining us on the show. We're going to say tata for now, and we'll see you next week.
Thank
You
you.
see,
Goodbye.
everybody, thank you for watching. And next week is going to be fantastic. We got an 8-year-old girl on the show next week. She's amazing. And we can tell that she's going to be an amazing lady growing up. So watch out for next week. Also, there's Christine coming from Australian Christian Lobby. She is the director, she's the regional coordinator of ACL in Victoria. She's coming on the show next week. So look out for that. And thank you for watching. I'm going to say bye-bye for now. Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.